I was positively surprised when I got here that it was actually more developed than I thought it would be. A lot of people haven't even been to Ghana that are saying these kind of things. So I think it is really true that you have to come here to see what it really is like and how great it is. The biggest issue is the lack of actual bins, because I think if there was bins available more publicly, I think people would actively use them, because at the end of the day, it's your country, you want to keep it clean.
You told your family that, hey, next week I'll be going to Ghana. What did they say?
I'm ambassador Vic's hear the call. Africa's rising, standing tall. Through every story, every view, we bring the truth straight to you.
And so I'm Eva Davis. I'm a medical student back in the UK, and I've come here for my 4-week medical placements.
4 weeks.
Yes. So I'm at the hospital in Disco, but
Disco.
I'm living in Busua here.
Okay. So let us know. You told your family that, hey, next week I'll be going to Ghana. What did they say?
I think they were a bit, apprehensive, because I was coming here on my own and not really sure what to expect, and I felt a bit like that as well. But I was positively surprised when I got here that it was actually more developed than I thought it would be, especially kind of the accommodation and the different kind of things to do here as well.
What has been your experience so far?
So at the hospital, I was actually surprised that they're more developed than Wales. All their notes are on the computer, where we're still on paper notes. So that was one thing. But what's hit me the most, I think, is that everyone here is just super, super friendly and very welcoming. As a person coming here by myself, I was a bit nervous about that, kind of how people would interact, but that's really nice. More friendly than the English. Maybe just the same as the Welsh.
Striking the difference between the culture of Ghanaians and the culture of Wales. What do you find so common in terms of someone coming from Wales and someone coming from Ghana?
I think the common factors are Wales is a very kind of community-based culture, similar to Ghana here. Everyone kind of comes together to do stuff similar here. But I would say differently here. Much more kind of approachable. Lots of kind of hugging and stuff, which is really nice. Where maybe in the UK, especially like in Wales, that's not as a common occurrence. And then I guess the roads here are not as developed as I would say in Wales. And the food obviously is very different, and I think what I like about Ghana here is that the food is very Ghanaian culture, where I think in the UK we don't have as much signature dishes as such, really.
What about me? Okay, I think it is very friendly.
They told our story, but it wasn't true. Faded colors.
What is really about Ghanaians that you think are unpleasant to foreigners like you? Yeah.
I think some people, it depends how you've been brought up and where you're from, and some people I think I can be like overwhelmed by how friendly people are. But I think that's something that you have to just embrace it when you're here. I think if you try and detach yourself from it, then you don't actually fully immerse yourself in the culture and what Ghana is all about. So I think you have to just go with the flow and go with it, really. But I can understand why people sometimes wouldn't like that if they're kind of like their own personal space or kind of like to keep themselves at time.
Is it the first time in Africa?
I've been to South Africa, to Cape Town, but that was when I was 12 years old. But that was very like touristy. We didn't really, immerse ourselves in the community. And that's why I'm really glad I've come here. Some of my friends had gone to Tanzania, but there was loads of them that gone, and I think they're just kind of doing things with themselves and not immersing themselves in the community. And I'm really glad that I have come here. I've met so many new people and kind of understanding the culture much better, which I'm really enjoying.
Let us talk about the cleanliness of the Ghanaian beaches.
There is place for improvement regarding the cleanliness and the littering on the beaches and even on the roads in Busua compared to the UK. But I personally think the biggest issue is the lack of actual bins, because I think if there was bins available more publicly, I think people would actively use them, because at the end of the day, it's your country, you want to keep it clean because you live in it. But if there's no accessible bins, then that can make it difficult for people to put their rubbish. Yeah.
So imagine you woke up a leader of this country, one of the leaders of this country, What are you going to change in regards to tourism in Ghana?
I think the roads, if improving the roads, I think would massively improve the tourism coming here, because it took us 6 hours to come by car from Accra due to the roads. And I think I was speaking to one of the taxi drivers here saying it would only take 3 to 4 hours if the roads were in much better condition. And I know they are obviously trying to improve them, but that's taking a long time and it's also causing traffic. And I think by improving the roads, you would also then improve the income of other people, such as taxi drivers, because they'd be able to make more money in less time because they'd be able to travel more. And also you would maybe get more tourists from other places of Ghana coming to places like Busua to help the tourism there and help the income of the, local shops, the stores here as well.
I like the conversation. All right. So imagine your family are watching you, your friends are watching you. What are you going to say to them about Ghana based on your experience in Ghana?
I think it would be a great place to come, for a holiday for 2 weeks. I think, everyone's super friendly here. It's really, really pretty beaches. I've learned to surf. I've never surfed before. And I've really enjoyed that. And I didn't even know, surfing was a thing before I came here actually. So that's something I didn't know about beforehand. And I love how, the local surf club here is trying to get the young girls to learn surfing and swimming. And I think that's really great. I was speaking to someone and she said when she was a child, she wasn't allowed to go into the sea until she was 18 because of the fear of, like, the parents' fear of her drowning. But now they're trying to, change that. And I think that's really, really great. But I would definitely recommend people coming here. Everyone, super friendly, super, get to know, like, make everyone feel at home, which is really nice.
Me personally, I'm a Ghanaian, but I think it's my 4th time of coming here. My first time was when I came with Mantra Ghana, a company in, Takwa. And I never knew that there's a surfing school here. So far, I'm seeing West Coast Surfing School and Justice Brothers.
Every day, you are told what is expected of you. Well, what do you expect for yourself?
You're from Wales. Do they have any agency that would help people in terms of them visiting Ghana? Is there any agency like that?
Not that I've heard of personally. I came here with a company, the Mighty Raw, but they look into like volunteering in different countries. So that was a bit different. But I haven't heard of anything specific for Ghana from Wales.
Okay. With the volunteering specificity, what do you do?
So I don't personally, I struggle with the word volunteering at times. I came here for the medical placement as part of my degree. We have 4 weeks where we can go anywhere in the world to experience, being a doctor in different hospitals. So that's why I came here. But I do struggle sometimes with people coming here to volunteer at the school, because sometimes I feel like it may cause more disruption than kind of help. I think it's really difficult depending on obviously the children, the teachers, the environment. Where I went to see the special needs school between Busua and Disco, and I loved how, I think there's 3 Dutch women that started the school, but it's now they still help raise money for the school, but it's all run by Ghanaian people. And I think that is so important to, instead of like paying for yourself to do some volunteering, it's better to actually use that money and invest it in Ghanaian people, that they can have more jobs and kind of try and make it long-term stability.
Not from papers, not hearsay, but from experience we lead the way. Interviews towards reactions we bring. Feel the heartbeat of Africa, let it sing.
I'm not against people visiting our continent or visiting our country. As far as they come to our country, they either put money into the economy or they help develop the economy. I had a conversation with someone from Germany. The person's actually building structures. It's on part of Buttrick. We are looking forward to visit the place so that you see. So those of you against white people coming, they did this to our ancestors, blah, 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 blah. Let us scrap that narrative or that story away and let us see the benefits that you're going to get when these people, come.
I do understand like the importance of why they are getting volunteers to come here, because it's not even necessarily for the volunteer work that they do, but it's more to make people aware of the circumstances of maybe the schools here, for them then to be able to, when you see with your with your own eyes, you're more likely to then donate towards the school and try and help, set up new things to improve things for the children. And also, as tourism to come here and spend money, for the Ghanaian people as well, for their businesses.
From the Ghana Tourism Board, their 2025 target is to attract at least 2 million international tourists and also to earn at least $4 billion. And I'm really hoping that by 2025, they'll be able to, get to that target, doing the right things. Let us get to the fun side of the interview. So far, your 4-week stay in Ghana, has any Ghanaian man approached you?
Yeah, I think it's difficult because I always find it difficult, not difficult that they come and talk to you. I really don't mind that, but sometimes I find it hard to know what someone's intention is. If it's just because everyone here is so friendly, and so if it's just to literally come and say hello and make a conversation and see where you've come from, or if it's know what their intention is, and find it kind of awkward to ask as well. So yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm also particular about the intentions towards something. That is when I came to you, I explained my intentions of the video that I'm wanting to do with you.
Yeah.
How do you see them in terms of them being approachable? What do you like about the Ghanaian men?
I think, everyone's really friendly here. There's a few people at the a restaurant that kind of we met that work there, and they're, very friendly, trying to get you involved in the community, which is really nice.
What can you say about Justice Brothers? I saw you, sitting with them, the surfing school there. What can you say about them?
Yeah, they're really great. So I've had 3 lessons with them so far, and they take you right back to basics, and they're kind of with you all the time in the water, making sure that nothing's happening to you, and trying to get you to catch as many waves as possible, and just being really helpful and really friendly. So I would definitely recommend them, and they're also working with the girls surf club as well to teach these girls to swim and surf, which I think is really, really good work.
All right. So, with the conversation that we so far had, is it really true for me to say that what was said about Ghana or Africa in general, wasn't that a reality or what?
Yeah, it was very different to what it really was. And I think, the news has a lot of, they only focus on what they want to focus on. And, a lot of people haven't even been to Ghana that are saying these kind of things. So I think it is really true that you have to come here to see what it really is like and how great it is.
They told our story, but it wasn't true. Faded colors, twisted views. But we rise, yeah, we break through. Light the sky in shades of new.
Do you think that Ghana or Africans are really marketing themselves well to help change that narrative?
Yeah, I think so. Like everyone that I've spoken to here kind of has, disproved that narrative. But I'm not sure if do you mean like in the media or?
Yeah, in the media.
I haven't seen much of that personally myself, but I'm not one on lots of social media. But yeah.
Your last words to the people watching us. What can you say to them?
I would just say that Ghana is a great place to come and visit, and especially Busua. And if you want to learn to surf, then definitely come here. It's brilliant.
Especially Busua. Different accent. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. See you.
See you. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.